Hello, welcome to the Future 409. This is Ja Cee Stanley with Texla Development Group, and I'm here today with Mr. Travis Woods. Hello, Travis.
Hey, how we doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
We are a consulting firm where we help contractors and businesses basically find work in the plants and help them understand what it takes to get in the plants. And I'm also president of the Gulf Coast Industrial Group. We have monthly meetings. These groups stretch from Baton Rouge all the way to Corpus Christi. So we have meetings once a month in Baton Rouge, Lake Charles, Port Arthur, the Woodlands, and Corpus Christi. And in these meetings, we strictly discuss projects that are coming. We have plant people come in and talk about the money they're spending and get the contractor a little bit closer to the money. And Future 409, I'm so excited about that because that is the future of what's going on here.
When I started attending your meetings in Port Arthur, it blew my mind. Literally blew my mind. The billions and even trillions I've heard of dollars coming to our area due to our natural resources.
That's right, because we have so much rail here and we have so much water access. You look around and see all the plants that have moved in here. I've been in this area 30 years, and how many has shown up here that wasn't here before? And where did they come from? Who bought them out?
Right.
Because of the water and the rail access.
Exactly. And, I know in Orange County alone, there are nearly 100 miles of tracks through Orange County. Served by 3 different carriers, which will expand as the future, goes on. Right,
it sure will. And being that you brought up rails, Jefferson Refining over in Vidor just put in about 25 miles of rail, and their rail car unloading facilities.
That's right.
And ExxonMobil has joined forces with them on a joint venture, and they just put 6 pipelines under the Neches River, from Exxon, and they came up in the middle of Jefferson Refining.
That's right.
And they put those pipelines in service last week. You go over to Mid-County behind the Super Walmart, and they're installing 25 miles of rail there, and they'll end up building a tank farm to bring in more crude, West Texas crude, and unload it in those tanks right there.
Exactly.
So it's just everywhere you look.
Exactly. And whenever we spoke about that before, and I heard that these the numbers that are going with these carts for leasing out your property and having sitting yards for these carriers per se.
That's right.
Out of this world.
Yeah, sure it is. It is. And in February or March, we were preaching $400 billion in new construction from Corpus Christi to New Orleans. Okay?
Absolutely.
Well, we were advertising for 45,000 more people to move in this area around March because it was going to take that to keep up. Well, COVID hit, people started backing up. Now, if I started reading some notes that I got right here, I'll show you $20 billion in acquisitions where pipeline companies are selling out and buying stock and buying 276,000 acres in Midland, Texas. Now, they don't spend $20 billion for their health. They're doing it because they're making a great comeback. They're already calling it post-pandemic because the vaccine's here. They know it's coming. And we have got so many projects between now and July 1st that's going to be coming out of the ground around here. It's incredible. And the people that think outside the box, well, I don't have 1,000 men to put on that job. Big deal. Where are they going to stay? What gas station are they going to use to fill up?
That's right. That's exactly right. And so that's one of my truest passions and why I've asked Travis to be my guest and why I'm so grateful for the future of 409, because I know what's happening. You look, you see all these street posts coming up. You see all this stuff going on. There is reasoning behind the widening of the highways and all the road work that you're seeing. They are preparing for the infrastructure of the magnitude of growth in this area. Now, when I say this area, I'm talking about the Golden Triangle as a whole. We have got to be prepared, okay, for, first of all, helping people get training, who will be one of our guests, right? Because these jobs that Travis is talking about, they need trained trained workers, right, Travis?
That's right. LIT at Lamar, ABC, Lamar, Port Arthur, all of those folks are doing training for welding and different pipe fitters and such right now because, look at Kiewit in Cameron. They're hiring 1,600 people in the next 6 to 8 weeks. 1,600. They're going to put them on the job. Well, where's them folks going to stay? Because we're still trying to get over Hurricane Laura. All the hotels, how many people is living in a hotel because their house is tore up in Lake Charles? Just in our neighbors over there. Took it on the chin. Still looks like a war zone.
It absolutely does.
Yeah, well, there's no hotels, and now these projects, Valero, some of them, Sempra LNG, they'll be ramping up by July. Thousands of people, and the hotels are full right now.
Full capacity,
That's
nowhere
right.
to stay. Where are we going to do?
That's
You're going
right.
to give me a call at Texla Development Group, and we're going to find some property, and we're going to put it on some hotels as a realtor licensed in Texas with access across the state line. We are driven to deliver information and be a source of usefulness to those around us, okay?
Yeah, the waterways, we just got it approved to dredge the Nature's River out so that larger ships, I think we had a 42-foot draft, in other words, 42 foot deep, will silt and different things from ships coming in and out, and they lose a certain amount of that. And I think they're going to try to go down to 50 or 52 feet so that some of the super tankers can come in here. Well, that's going to bring more oil, and it's going to export more gasoline and diesel and different things at these plants, and they'll come all the way up to Exxon Mobil, right across
That's
the way
right.
here.
All pumping out of the Golden Triangle.
That's right.
The Golden Triangle. This is our home. So the goal is to get this information to the masses and explain the shortage of new construction and the concept of community development, even on a rural level. Just changing the concepts. Texla Development Group is here to provide you with services, resources, as a realtor licensed in Texas with access across the state line. We are driven to deliver information and be a source of usefulness to those around us, okay? We want to help people get trained. We want to give you the resources to help you get trained, to help you improve your credit if that's what needs to take place. You can reach Texla Development at 409-656-8850 or reach out to me, Ja Cee Stanley, that's JA space capital CEE STANLEY, or Texla, TEXLA DEVLOPEMENT GROUP. And that's where we're at. What do you project the next year's looking like with the surge and the influx of all of these workers?
Well, if you go down to Sabine Pass to Chenier, they're building train number 6. They already got 5 trains. Each train makes LNG gas, and their train number 6 they're working on right now. They'll have 500-600 people on that job. Then you come up the hill to Golden Pass LNG. Golden Pass will peak out at 10,000, probably this fall, early next spring, maybe to next summer. Well, then you've got Sempra LNG. They'll kick it in gear in July. But within a year, they'll have 10 to 12,000 people on that site. Then you come on up to Valero. Valero's got 3 major projects that's coming, and one of them's already broke ground and poured concrete. They'll have 2,500 people there, okay? And then you go right down the hill to Cameron, Louisiana, which is 26 miles from Port Arthur. Where are they going to get the resources from? Where's people going to stay? You know, that job is hiring 1,600 people in the next 45 to 60 days. They're going to peak out at 3,000.
Right.
Okay. So you've got, you know, I just talked about 35,000 people, you know, within a 12-month period of time that's going to come in here, and you let the Blade project at ExxonMobil ramp up because they kind of slowed it down a little. But if you noticed on the Nature's Waterway, those ships came in with them large modules from overseas. They unloaded them, and I promise you, they're not going to sit there long. Somebody will be installing them.
That's right.
And what if Chevron's already bought 2,000 acres over there. What if they decide this year to build that new $8 billion plant? Well,
Exactly.
praise the Lord. I mean, that's
Exactly.
the best thing that could happen to Orange, Texas.
Absolutely. So, guys, we're going to close it out with that today. I would like to thank Mr. Travis Woods, who I'm just tickled pink to know.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. You're a wealth of information. We appreciate you sharing this information with us. I'm Ja Cee Stanley with Future 409. Thanks again, and until next time.